Hey there, it's Alex with alextucker.ca, and in this video we're going to go over Web Hosting Canada's pricing in detail. So if you're looking for a more general Web Hosting Canada review, I do have a video where I go over a lot of different things about this company and my experience hosting my website with them, which is all positive. And that link will be in the description if that's what you're looking for. But this is going to be focused on the pricing of all of their services. So we'll just say goodbye to this little guy, and then we'll take a look at that. So you just need to click on hosting and services up here, and all of their web hosting services pop up at this point. We'll take a look at Canadian web hosting first. And so this is your basic cPanel web hosting. It's on light speed like all of their other hosting is, and it comes with a lot of great stuff as long as you start at the pro tier. Now, if you're just figuring out how to use hosting and you're not really going to be creating a live website, then you'd be okay with starter. But if you actually want to make a website that is live and gets visitors and is secure and everything, I would really recommend going with Pro, because it includes free SSL certificates. It includes some premium features such as SSH access, superior DNS, which is just superior uptime and security basically. And you also get some Google AdWords credits thrown in there. And it actually, if you buy a long enough plan, it even comes with a free domain. So that's pretty good. And this is actually the plan that my website is still on. I've thought about upgrading, but I actually just don't need to. My website doesn't get a ton of traffic, and this is a really good plan. It's really cost effective. It's really beginner friendly, and it's it's just everything that you need for a really, really reasonable price. And if you look at the rebill price, so it's under $4 per month at first, and then it rebills at $8 a month, which is way less than most companies. Most companies will charge at least twice that on their rebill. And then if you do need some extra features like a dedicated IP, or if you just need some extra juice, or if you have a ton of visitors, whatever you might need out of this enterprise hosting, then that would be a solid choice at $12 a month to start, and then it rebills at $17 a month. So now let's take a look at their cloud servers. So cloud servers are basically a type of virtual private server. That's the VPS option that Web Hosting Canada offers, and they start at $17.49 a month. These are all 50% off, so it rebills at double what I'm saying. So your first month would be $17.49. Then after that, it would be $35 a month. And that starts you with 2 CPU cores, 2 gigabytes of memory, 25 gigabytes of SSD data, and disk space, and 100 megabytes per second network, unlimited bandwidth. You're on their renewable energy like all of their hosting. It's cPanel and Web Hosting Manager, and it's on light speed. You can come down here and take a look at some more of their features. I don't want to spend too much time on that because I did that in the other video more. This is more about pricing. So again, then if you go up to Pro, you get basically double the resources for not even close to double the money. It only goes up by like about $10 a month, but you get double the resources. And in case you're wondering, if you don't know, like this server is like enough for multiple websites or one really big website in and of itself. And then if you upgrade to Pro or anything beyond that, then these are like for big servers with multiple websites, or like one really huge demanding website, stuff like that. These are like I was considering getting one, and I might still, just because I want it, but the truth is I just don't need it. I'm perfectly fine with the web hosting. But yeah, so these are all available at really reasonable prices, especially to start because they're 50% off. And then they rebill at still a really reasonable price. And they all come with unlimited bandwidth. They have great speed, great hardware. Everything is just really nice about them. So if you take a look at reseller hosting is where you can use it to start your own web hosting company if you want. You can literally just resell the hosting, but it's also a really good way if you want to provide hosting for your clients. Like if you're a web designer or a marketer and you want to provide your clients hosting so that you know it's good and secure, then you can do that with a reseller account, because with a reseller account, you can put all the websites on their own cPanel account. And so that starts at $15.96 a month, which is 20% off, and then it rebills at $19.95 a month, and that'll get you 50 gigabytes of space, up to 10 cPanel accounts. So up to 10, basically you can put like up to 9 clients on that, or up to 10 if you didn't want to have your own website. And then if you go up to Pro, it's $31.96 a month at first, and then it renews at $39.95 per month. And you can see the resources that come with that. And Enterprise is up to $63.96 a month and rebills at $79.95 a month. And that is just a ton of disk space, 50 cPanel accounts, 2 dedicated IPs, and you also get free access to the WHCMS billing and domain reseller platform. So a lot of value in that. Basically, if you have aspirations of starting a web hosting company, or if you just want to be able to provide good, secure hosting for your clients, then this is a really cost-effective way to do that. You could also do that with a cloud server or with a dedicated server, but those are more expensive options than reseller. And so now we're looking at the dedicated. These are very expensive because they're just huge servers. Like, look at the first one has 32 gigabytes of RAM, 2 terabytes of storage. It's basically like a massive computer, all dedicated to your own your website or a group of websites or your web apps or whatever you're running on there. And then the Enterprise and Beast dedicated servers just get kind of crazy. So, I mean, if you're doing something that needs 500 megabytes per second network speed, 128 gigabytes of RAM, 4 terabytes of storage, and so on, that's pretty impressive, and that does get expensive at $353.99 for the first month and $493.99 for ongoing. But I don't personally know anyone who requires or uses a server that big. And I know a lot of people that host different kinds of websites. And I also know some developers that do some interesting web application stuff that does require a bit more juice, but nothing anywhere near this size. So don't feel like you're going to get stuck with that. Eventually, if you're just running a normal website, you would never need anything more significant than like a cloud server, most likely. And then they also have managed WordPress hosting, which is kind of the last option we're going to be looking at. And so managed WordPress hosting is if you know for sure that you want to use WordPress, which I do recommend. I use WordPress and I love it. But with WordPress on cPanel, on their web hosting, you need to manage a little bit of the server level stuff yourself. You need to make sure that your PHP is updated to the latest version and so on. And you also need to manage the actual WordPress admin yourself. With managed WordPress, they'll kind of take care of that stuff for you. They'll take care of WordPress updates. They'll keep your server level stuff up to date and secure. So it's basically just a little bit easier and a little bit less work for you. And because of that, they charge just a little bit more than their web hosting packages. So the first one, which again, for this, I would, like with the web hosting, I would really recommend starting at the pro level. But if you really just want to try it out, then they do have $349 for WP Go, and that rebuilds at $698 a month. Pro is $499 a month, and then rebuilds at $998 per month. And Beast is $999 per month, and then rebills at $20 per month. And like a lot of managed WordPress hosting, that is for one website each. So if you wanted to have multiple websites and you were on a budget, then you probably would want to go with web hosting. But if you can afford, $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10 per website, like WP Pro rebills at $10 a website, that's not a lot. It's not difficult for a website to make hundreds of dollars a month. So, you know, you can pretty easily find a way to make $10 a month online and take care of your monthly cost for managed WordPress. And if you don't have the confidence, if you want to use WordPress, but you don't have the confidence for some of the more technical stuff that comes with WordPress, then I really would recommend managed WordPress. So anyways, that is my video on Web Hosting Canada's pricing. Leave me a comment to let me know what you thought. Leave me a like if you indeed liked it. And you'll find my affiliate link for Web Hosting Canada in the description as well. If you click on that and then make a purchase, I should receive a commission, and I really appreciate using it. And again, let me know if you have any questions or anything that I can help you out with related to your web hosting. I'm here for you, and I'll catch you in the next video.